Fraser family that William has been refused bail today. I don't even know if I'm allowed to speak to you, for it seems to be an offence to speak to the press, as you heard yourselves in court today. The charges are trumped up, ridiculous. Political policing is what's going on here and what has happened. William has been refused bail basically because he's high profile. So, thank you.
Thanks, Anne. Are you saying something, Pastor?
Well, I think what we see today is political policing and the outcome of it. I have here in my hand, I'm told if I open this up we will find the flag of the country. That is removed from a disabled man in the court who simply held it there at his heart. It is removed and wrapped up, and he was told that's where the flag of the country belongs, and that's how it's to be displayed. Willie Fraser is physically remanded and a prisoner as we speak, but Willie Fraser, like all of us Ulster men, is free in his heart. He took his stand today. He's only a victim like hundreds of others. He's a member of our group, of which I'm chairman. I'm proud to be his chairman, proud to be his pastor, and Willie Fraser is only saying and doing what we all feel. Political policing. Conor Murphy was here today on another case. Martin McGuinness met us at the door this morning going for his friend. There's no word of our politicians. Not one man would stand up with Willie Fraser today.
Silence is deafening
yes,
from the politicians.
Silence is deafening. Ulster, this is your flag, and I think it's time we went out and unwrapped her again. Thank you.
Sir, can I have your name?
Pastor Barry Halliday. Right, we're standing here outside what used to be the courts of law. What we witnessed today was political policing. It was a farce. There was a really good case put forward for Willie to be given bail. We wanted to see what the objections were, and the objections were legit. Willie is charged with very, very minor things, just the same as thousands could be charged with. The guy with us, an invalid man, simply held a small Union Jack up against his chest. That was removed, and this is how it was presented back to him, wrapped up in a bag. And the people of Ulster need to wise up. This is where all flags of this country are going unless we take a stand. Anne Fraser standing perfectly behind William. I'm proud to be his pastor. I'm proud that he's a member of the Fair Group. Willie Fraser is freer than any other man in Ulster. Willie Fraser will sleep tonight knowing that his heart's right and his mind's right. Right, we're going into court this morning. Martin McGuinness, that very nice peace-loving man, was coming in to support somebody. Conor Murphy, our abstentionist MP, was in court to support and give a character reference for John George Hughes, a mass murderer. Mr Hughes, we're told, has got bail, even with his notorious past and his 20 years of re-offending. He was given bail, and Willie Fraser's locked up, so that speaks loud. And I look at you and just see a typical Ulster housewife. What do you think of Willie today? Are you disappointed?
No, indeed I'm not. I'm proud to be William's wife. We stand behind him 100% with everything that he does. We're disgusted that he has been refused bail today. It's political policing. We're not even allowed. One of the reasons was in case he would speak to the media. Absolutely ridiculous. We're living in a country now that we're not even allowed freedom of speech anymore. It's ridiculous.
Well, the news coming from the court is absolutely ridiculous. Willie's up for a few charges of public order offences, walking on the road. What a terrible crime. But he's in court today, the same day as that fella Hughes. A mass IRA murderer is up for butchering a man, no 100 yards from where I'm standing right now, in the most grisly fashion. And I've heard he's been bailed, but Willie's been refused bail. I mean, seriously, this is not... It makes no sense. We're supposed to be living in a parliamentary democracy. Yeah, a man gets up for treading on the road and he's refused bail, and a mass IRA murderer, who's also up for slaughtering a man just behind the City Hall here, has been bailed according to reports. If this is what Ulster has came to, we're in serious trouble. And, where is our politicians jumping up and down? The court was filled with Sinn Féiners. Where are our politicians? Where are our unionist leaders? They wonder why the people are out here in the streets, and Robinson's telling us to get off the streets and there's a better way ahead. Really? Well, where was he the day at court when a man like Willie Fraser has been hauled before the judge and refused bail for daring to protest in defence of the Union flag? It's an absolute disgrace, and I think it's a wake-up call to the people of Ulster. People, it's about time we got on the streets here. It's about time we get out. It's about time we get active and let the politicians know we will not be bullied, we will not be intimidated. And a message to Willie: God bless you, Willie, and no surrender.
Hear, hear.
What kind of peace are we living in? Well, if you phone the police in South Armagh, it takes them 3 hours to get there because they've got to check the routes. Is that peace? Are we living in a peaceful society? Seriously, it's an absolute nonsense that men who have wore the uniform, who have defended the farms, the highways and the byways, are now languishing in jail, refused bail, when IRA men are bailed, when policemen accused of multiple assaults are bailed. Remember, they got Jamie Bryson yesterday as well. There was 25 Land Rovers in Bangor looking for our Jamie. Unbelievable, 25 Land Rovers. You ever heard anything as ridiculous in all your life? Well, they've got Jamie. I hear he's refusing food and water. I think I could last a lot longer than Jamie, mind you, but fair play to the fella, fair play to the lad. Willie and Jamie are in the jail, but they're not forgot about. You can be rest assured of that, and they're tough lads, they believe in the cause, and very importantly, the two men have got something very important in life. They've got strong faith, and the God of our fathers is still the God that's in charge today, so he'll look after them. Right. The Protestant backlash has indeed started with the highly symbolic removal of the country's union flag from our capital city's premier building, the City Hall behind us. To our elected MLAs we ask, why have you let this go unchecked for so long? Why did you put out leaflets to inflame the flag situation, then leave the electorate out to dry? Why was the Ulster banner not reinstated 15 years ago as part of the agreement? And we ask for Sinn Féin to stop their anti-British agenda now, or we will vote MLAs in to take us back to direct rule, because we're getting nothing out of this. We're getting nothing out of Stormont. The only thing that's coming out of Stormont is massive pay packets, big wages, fancy suits, and they're living off our back because we're the people that pay them. If you don't do what we want you to do, we'll get you out of Stormont. It's as simple as that. And I've already heard people saying, oh, you don't want to be listening to that kind of talk, it'll split the unionist vote. Who gives a damn about splitting the unionist vote? Could we be in any worse state than we're in now, folks? Seriously, if we split the vote, all that would happen is some of them boys would lose their jobs up there and they'd have to go and work with the rest is, or sign on the brew, like most of us actually. They need a reality check, folks. We've had enough of them. We're sick of them. We're fed up with the whole lot of them up there. You know, this is the only